let's welcome some of the other creative minds behind Amazing Spider-Man 2, Mr. Matt Tomac. Please welcome Avi Arad. We meet in Amazing Spider-Man 2, Harry Osborn, played by Dane DeHaan. And we've also got a very special treat, Spider-Man himself. Going to be appearing in Holly for the very first time, Spider-Man.
He said he was going to be here.
He was definitely scheduled to be here.
Sorry, I'm being told Spider-Man is still outside. He's trying to get in. Do we have a camera outside?
The guy's always late.
I believe we have a camera outside. It's an honor to have you, sir.
You're late.
Thanks for coming here.
Sorry, I was late. There was a Chewbacca fight that I had to break up. How's it going? Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Spider-Man, thanks for coming all this way.
Oh my God, thanks for having me. I love you. Wow. This is intense. Jesus Christ.
That's actually Spider-Man.
What am I doing here? Why did I say yes to this? This is silly. No, you're awesome, thanks. Oh, come on. You're awesome. All right, anyway, we can do this all day.
Spider-Man, how did you get here from New York? Did you fly commercial or?
Well, that's a personal question, and it might give away a part of my identity. But I come to Comic-Con every year, because it's the only place where I feel normal. I feel like it's the only place I really fit in. No one really hassles me. Kind of blend into the crowd.
Oh, that's great. We have one more cast member who wanted to be here today, but she couldn't make it. Emma Stone couldn't be here. She's busy right now. Yeah. But she did.
She's hot.
She is hot. And she did send along a little message for everyone as well. So can we roll that clip of Emma?
Hi guys. I'm so sorry that I couldn't make it out to Comic-Con this year, but
Welcome, Jamie.
I love Django. I saw it. That's one of the movies I saw in the last 10 years. I love Django.
I like the way you die, boy.
Unbelievable!
Good to see you, Spike.
Dude.
Is this the real Spike?
Right here, in the flesh. I came from New York just for this. I asked him to consult in the last movie, wanted to get some pointers on the suit. It was very accommodating for us.
Spider-Man, you've got these amazing powers. You could do anything you want. You could be in movies. You could be a pro athlete. Why do you choose this life of helping people?
He's a little starstruck right now.
Remember that scene in Any Given Sunday where you guys kind of went at it, and I was like, oh, this guy's a young actor, but he's matching him, like he's matching Pacino.
Oh, you went Any Given Sunday. My name is Willie. Willie Beeman. Creaming, and all my fans got them screaming. Think you can defeat me? You're dreaming.
I love that movie. Sorry?
Is this really the real stuff?
It's the real stuff.
What was your question?
I was just saying, we noticed in your entrance that you have these amazing abilities.
Oh yeah, my running entrance, yeah.
And the stuff before was pretty pretty impressive. The climbing walls and things like that.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
That was pretty good. But you could do anything. You could be in movies. You could be a stuntman. You could be a professional athlete. You could make a lot of money doing what you can do, and yet you choose to help people for, as far as I can tell, no money. Why would you do that? It seems like a poor choice on your part.
It seems stupid even to myself right now. Yeah. I don't like. It's hard to explain. At the risk of sounding earnest, I just have this overdeveloped sense of responsibility, and I was given these powers, and I guess I feel like I gotta do something with them, and I don't like assholes. Am I allowed to say the A word?
Sure.
They said I am. There's a lot of people that just said yes, so I'm with the majority.
With all these abilities you have, all these things you could do, what's something you can't do that you'd like to? Do you have a wish or a dream of something you'd like to have in your life?
Like a day off.
Day off.
Yeah, I'm like an emergency aid worker, you know, it's 24/7.
Right.
I mean, like, it could be as simple as like, I'm just hanging out with whoever I know, and it's like it's a physical thing that I have, and as far as I know, it could either be like people dying in a burning building, or it could be a cat up a tree, and I don't know until I get there. So I gotta save the cat just as much as I gotta save the burning. Anyway,
I really was curious when I was talking to Andrew about this. I was trying to, we were sort of having arguments like, what's the most fun? I would think it would be flying. He sort of thinks it's wall crawling. What is your sort of preference? And what's it like to sort of swing through the air?
Who's Andrew?
He's the character, he's the actor that plays you in the movie that we made.
I thought Eduardo Saverin played me.
Eduardo was a character played by Andrew Garfield as well.
Oh, he's done more than one. Okay, interesting. I thought he made Facebook. Okay, forget it. Okay, the immaterial. You know, that's a fun question to answer, I guess. You know, it's nice to swing, it's nice to climb. It all gets a little bit old hat after a while, to be honest. It's like the first time you ride in an airplane and you're a kid, and you're like, oh my god, I'm on an airplane, I'm sitting in the sky. And the second time you're like, oh, I'm on an airplane, I'm sitting in the sky. And then the third time you're like, I wish internet worked up here. You get kind of irritated with the banality of the swinging. Anyway, guys, I'm getting the sense stuff, so I gotta go and I gotta go to the bathroom. But I'm so glad that I got a chance to meet you all, and thank you. And just Jamie Foxx, right? Jamie Foxx. All right. I love all you guys. I love coming to Comic-Con. So thanks for having me, and thank you all on this panel. You guys are awesome.
Thanks, Spider-Man. Thanks for coming. Spider-Man, everybody. Nice guy. Jamie, how fun is it to play a Spider-Man villain? Because Electro just looks like a kick-ass villain.
It's extremely fun to play the villain. You don't have to color inside the lines, if you will. And the thing is that when I got the call about this, my 3-year-old, she was 3 at the time, she's playing on her Spider-Man jumper. She's having a Spider-Man birthday, and they called me and said they want you to play Electro, and I was like, wow, this is gonna be crazy. And my daughter was like, man, you're gonna, you know, Spider-Man's gonna kick your ass. And I was like, yeah, that's gonna be part of it, but I'm planning on doing some ass kicking myself. And what's interesting, if you know anything about the character Max Dillon, which is great for an actor, because Max's father left him when he was a kid, so immediately there's something to draw him. And then his mom was very, you know, overprotective, doubting him, and then we don't show it in this movie, but he was actually married at one point, and his wife leaves him. So there's this 42, 43-year-old guy who's just been living at home with his mom. He's this electrician, you know, genius. I know guys like that, so it was like that's great to draw from. So what we wanted to accomplish was have him be betrayed by 3 things: love, his family, and then his work. And then we added something to where when you see Max, it's actually his birthday, right? I can't, should I say that?
Yeah.
Say it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Can I give it?
I think you already
Can I
said
tell it? Is it okay to say? Can I give it? If it's okay with me, you say yeah? So So what it is that we said, okay, it's Max's birthday, and even his mom doesn't remember his birthday. So he says, Mom, it's a very important day. You have anything to say to me? No. So you immediately see that he's in a hole, so that when he turns into Electro, it makes sense that he has so much venom and so much anger, and I wanted him to play exactly opposite of what you just saw sitting here with all the jokes. I wanted Electro to be a serious individual that wants to burn the city down and burn Spider-Man along with it.
Mark, this time around,
Just walk
There you go.
this time around, Mark, you're free of the constraint of the origin story.
Yeah.
Right? You kind of got that out of the way. Now you get to move forward, develop the characters and the situations. Really, it takes the handcuffs off. You're free to do anything.
Yeah, I mean, the first movie I really felt was important to us because we wanted to build a universe that was a little bit more elaborate and that would unravel over a few movies. In order to do that, I had to retell, that origin story with new idiosyncrasies and nuances. But once we finished that, it felt incredibly liberating. I think we all felt this sense of exhilaration, and I wanted to build at the beginning of this movie, Spider-Man is having fun being Spider-Man. He is incredibly agile, and there's a level of virtuosity in his abilities to be Spider-Man that was really a great foundation to start from. And then, but of course, whenever Spider-Man gets a little cocky, find someone like Electro come around just to teach him a lesson or two. So it was a really great way to start off the movie.
Matt, I think we got a little something to look at, don't we? Did you bring us a little something to watch? I think we might have something. Yeah. You guys like to see a little Amazing Spider-Man 2?
We have a little bit of footage here. As you know, we just finished shooting about 3 weeks ago. So there was this is some early days footage. Not all the visual effects are done, but I can show that to you. I can trust you guys, right? Yeah. All right, good. So there's a few storyboards in here, a few green screens, but I think you'll get the idea.
Let's take a look. Have you first ever seen footage of The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
We remind you, ladies and gentlemen, no recording or picture taking of it.
Sorry, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry I'm late.
Thanks for making it.
No, I'm so sorry. I'm so rude. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Doesn't matter. Sorry.
Andrew, now that you're here, it looks like in the film we also get to expand on the relationship between Peter and Gwen. Like, their relationship is going to the next level too. The first film was sort of about them falling in love, and now they're in the midst of a relationship and trying to deal with that, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, as time passes, intimacy issues abound. I think we all know how difficult it is to be in any kind of relationship, romantic or otherwise, but especially when one half of the pair is Spider-Man, it's kind of impossible. But these two they feel destined for each other, and I think, oh man, it's so nice to be back here. Hey guys, this is so awesome. Oh man, the fondest memories I have in this room from 2 years ago is just the greatest thing. So this is just awesome. Sorry. Hi, I love you too. Anyway, so yeah, it's complicated as everything in Peter Parker's life is.
And Dave, we get to meet Harry in this film. What's it like joining the franchise and bringing to life one of comics' most famous characters?
Really amazing. I don't really know what else to say. It's really great, and I have a lot of respect for Andrew and Mark and Jamie, and to be welcomed into this family, and to bring a modern take on Harry is an awesome thing.
That's great. Well, I know you guys have a lot of questions for these people, so I want to get out of the way and give you your chance. Microphone's over there if you want to line up with your questions, and we'll take our first one. Hello? Go there.
So Peter Parker's this really nerdy guy. He's not that attractive. Girls don't like him that much. And Tobey Maguire really nailed that because that's kind of himself in real life. You just emit this swagger to you, and all the girls can attest here that they love you. So how do you tone down your awesomeness? Tobey Maguire. Peter Parker.
That was the most amazing question I've ever received. I'm so sorry to disagree with you, but you're mistaken on all counts. Tobey Maguire was a sex machine in my eyes. And still is. And he will always be Spider-Man, and you cannot take that away from me. No matter who fills those shoes, it's always going to be Tobey's role. So don't you dare. I don't know what to say. I'll meet you at the back after, I guess. I'll take anything at this point.
Time for the new swag.
Hey there, what's your question?
Hi. My name is Darian, and this question is for Andrew. Andrew, you recently made waves when you opened the possibility of Spider-Man in a gay interracial romance.
Right.
Which, as a gay Asian American, means a lot to me.
For real though.
Sorry, repeat the last thing you said, so I need to hear that. I think we all need to hear that.
As a gay Asian American, that certainly means a lot to me, personally. As a famous celebrity, is it hard to openly declare your stance on controversial social issues, and do you plan on using your fame to promote other social causes?
Wow, thank you for a great question and for your vulnerability there. First and foremost, I'm an actor, and I only want to be an actor right now. So here's the thing. Spider-Man stands for everybody: black, white, Asian, gay, straight, lesbian, bisexual, transsexual. I think it would be illogical, and it just wouldn't make sense if in the third movie suddenly I was with a black guy. We haven't really established that earlier.
Pretty attractive, bro.
I am sitting next to Django/Willie Beeman, so it's hard for me to say that. You're a good cuddler. To me, it's not a social issue. To me, love between two consenting adults is love, and no one outside of that couple has any right to judge. So, to me, the idea to anyone would batter an eyelid at what I said is interesting, and it's a philosophical question that I think is worth asking. And part of the beauty of Spider-Man is that he's covered head to toe. You don't see any skin color. You don't identify him with any sexual orientation. He is a hero. Gay, straight, lesbian, black, white, he's a hero. And that's what's important. And he stands for the underdog, and he stands for those who need protecting. And I love your question, and I don't know, thank you, yeah. Awesome.
Speaking of anyone can be under the costume.
There we go.
Hi, I'm Nicholas Shorter from Paris, California. Anyways, I've always been a fan of Spider-Man since I was a little kid. Some people are born with great power, some should give greatness, and some have it tested upon them. I feel Spider-Man fits the last one. I want to know from you, Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield. Well, I'm sorry, I'm nervous.
We know you mean.
I'm nervous too. I'm with you, brother.
How do you connect? Who's Peter Parker and Spider-Man to you personally? Like, how do you connect with them?
Thank you for your question, and thank you for admitting that you're nervous, because I think we're all pretty nervous up here as well. Something I discovered in this film is he has become two people. Oh, Superman's here? That's rad. You look dope. Okay, so and Spider-Man being the older brother, Peter Parker being the younger brother. I can identify with Peter Parker because I'm a younger brother, and I've always felt kind of in the shadow of my older brother in a way. So, and I think that Peter feels in the shadow of Spider-Man. But I kind of access My older brother and I access me. Obviously I'm much easier to access because I'm a mess and I'm very vulnerable and I'm oversensitive and I'm stupid and I make mistakes and I fail all the time. My older brother is perfect and it irritates the hell out of me. I wouldn't say he was superhuman. He can't climb walls and swing through New York City, but he can say, well, he's a doctor, so I'm screwed. Like, I'm screwed from the get-go. Like, how am I going to top that? You know what I'm saying? So that's just I don't want to take too much time. That's my beginning access. Thanks for your question.
Thank you.
Sweet soup. Oh my God.
Thank you. I was here a few years ago, and I told Emma Stone I was digging the bangs. I just want to point that out. And now on to my question. So, hold on, break for it. Holy crap. Okay, got it.
We got time now.
Okay.
Son of Jorel. Kneel before God.
Okay, I love all of you. My question is for Andrew Garfield. Okay. I'm an actor, I'm in high school. I am having so much trouble balancing both lives. I want to know how you handled that. It's, I don't know, I failed chemistry.
Oh, shame on you. How could you disappoint your father like this? Screw chemistry. You want to be an actor? Why are you caring about chemistry? Yeah, I mean, like, I have no wisdom apart from, well, no, I just have no wisdom. Life is well tough. High school is probably the worst part of it. You'll get through it. You'll just get through. You just keep putting one foot in front of the other, one day at a time. Focus on what you're passionate about. Oh, now I'm trying to get a bit deep. Find something passionate. If you're passionate about acting, if you're passionate about storytelling, just chuck yourself into it and screw chemistry, man. It needs chemistry.
What's the basis of the friendship between you and Peter, Harry and Peter, as we get into the second film?
Oh yeah, well in this version of Spider-Man, Harry and Peter are childhood friends, and Harry then gets sent off to boarding school at kind of a young age, and he cuts off pretty much everything that had to do with his life before boarding school, mostly to do with a complicated relationship with his father. And then they graduate high school, and it's time for him to come home, and he has to reconcile his relationship with Peter for the first time in a really long time.
And Mark, did you feel it was an opportunity in this film to add some more relationships to Peter Parker's life, complicate things a little bit?
Yeah, you can't. What I think is interesting with Peter Parker, you never really seen him have a true friendship, and to see, you know, what that means to him and how it really does complicate his relationships, or complicate his life in a significant way in the film. I don't want to give too much away, but to see that shade, see that color of Peter Parker was really exciting and an interesting thing to do. Again, you know what's like? There's so much spectacle in this movie, and there's such a sort of operatic theatricality to it, and the ensemble I think is really quite powerful. But the basis of it are these very real, relatable, understandable relationships, and that's why having great actors like Jamie, and Dane, and Sally, and Chris Cooper, and Paul Giamatti, like that's where you get the sort of the smallness, the intimacy of those relationships are what all that spectacle is built on. If you don't have that, if you don't have that beating heart at the center of it, you don't have anything.
And Jamie, it strikes me as I watch the footage that the phrase "power corrupts" came to play because Max really is a guy who gets all the power he never had, and in essence, it does look like it sort of corrupts him and damages him.
Yeah, but he's hurt too, because at a certain point when you see him lick when I lick his hand, he fixes my comb over, which is, I think, the first black man in the movie to ever have a comb over. I think I'm damn right, right? You know, there ain't too many brothers out there but let that happen. You know, black women be like, what happened to Jamie Foxx? His hair is gone. This is terrible. But he says to Max that you're my partner. You're my partner. You're my ears and eyes out here. And Max takes that to heart. This is the first time anyone has ever said Max's name. So he really thinks that Spider-Man is the most solid person. He falls into this thing of like almost worship. Now all of the pictures of Spider-Man is in his wall, or on his wall at the crib. So when he turns into Electro, crib, house. Black girl went crib. They ain't gonna understand that. They understand what crib. Crib is an urban word that we use often to describe our place of residence. Crib. Homie is a word. Our friends.
You can use those in a sentence, please.
I went to the crib with my homie.
I got it. Hi there, what's your question?
Hi, this is for all of you. I was just wondering if you felt you pulled more from like comic canon 616 or Ultimates. Because if it is Ultimates, especially in relation to potentially Avengers 2, your life is gonna suck, Peter.
My life already sucks.
Mark, what are you drawing?
We grab from all the different comics. We try to find. There's parts of the canon that we really feel obligated to, and there's other parts of it that we deviate from. We do try to find precedent for what we're doing. We're making big story choices. So there's little bits here, little bits there. But obviously, I'm a big fan of the Ultimates. Like the art that Mark Bagley did, and what Brian Bendis was able to accomplish. So I'm a big fan of those. But listen, this was Ditko and Stan Lee and all those guys all made contributions that have had obviously an enormous impact on the way we are constructing these characters.
Great. Hi there, what's your question?
Hello, my name is Wayne. Jamie Foxx, this is an honor, man. Like,
Oh man, thank you, brother.
You don't understand. You're such a role model. Like, I loved you in Ray. One of my favorite movies is Collateral. And Django, of course. And then now you're in my favorite superheroes movie as one of the main villains. Like, I love you, man. Thank you. For Mark,
There's a lot of love going on.
for Spider-Man 3, I am demanding Carnage, but my question is, me and my friends feel like a lot of stuff is going in this movie. You have Rhino, Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy, Electro, Oscorp, the Osborns now.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're putting in too much? Because I don't really want another Spider-Man 3 where it was too much.
Right. Listen, there's just the right amount of stuff in it, obviously.
This movie's perfect.
Yeah. God. Listen, the main villain in this movie is Electro. That's the obstacle that he's got to fight. And Paul Giamatti makes an appearance, and there's a couple scenes in the movie with him in it. That was to establish sort of a fun tone. But Electro, I think, is an incredibly powerful villain, and one that will sustain the breadth and the depth of the film. I think Electro, what I've enjoyed about him, he is godlike, And when Spider-Man asks, how does Spider-Man fight someone? When, if you touch him, it's like touching 1,000 third rails. It'll obliterate you. The electricity will shock you, will devastate you. And how do you, when your main weapon is a web that conducts electricity, how do you fight that guy? How do you fight a guy who, when he reaches out to an electric socket, can disappear into it and merge with electricity? It's a terrifying possibility. But that was really a fun, exciting, really fun and exciting possibility. But Electro is really our main villain in the movie, so I don't think you have that much to worry about.
Something funny happened.
Yeah, what happened? I think the socket thing was an exciting tidbit you threw out there. I don't think we knew that yet.
Oh.
We're very excited.
Whoops.
Yeah, another question?
Yes.
Hello. I had a question for Mr. Fox. when you learned that you were going to be playing this iconic character, Electro, did you worry they were going to put you in the costume?
Oh, as far as the green and yellow one? Well, here's what you do. It's like, you know, you want to be true to everything, but also you want to be pioneers as well, and you want to move forward. So I think the way that they crafted this, it shows it like how we crafted Max's transformation to getting to where he is. It's rugged, and when you see the footage, it's raw. It's just something that he grabbed and he makes it his own. He's really not worried about what he has on. He wants to get to this guy and really make him pay. So, and plus the people here on this panel, Avi, Matt, Mark, what's great about them is that they will huddle up and make sure that they have you guys in the back of their mind when they're doing anything. I mean, all the way from a line. Matt would stand and pull Mark aside, and pull us aside, or I would pull us aside and say, let's make sure that we're making the right steps. And I think that's where I felt like comfortable and safe in being able to just come and just create and let them really make sure that we're going in the right direction. And like I said, when this thing opens up, I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
For Matt and Avi, how much do you listen to that when the fans react, when they have opinions? How much do you factor that into the work that you do?
Well, we get up in the morning and we go online. We drink something before. It's the great guessing game. We've been listening to the fans forever, and we know it's coming from the right place. It's coming from the heart, from loyalty, from love to the characters. And we are part of the same community. So we do listen, and actually, you know, before when we started, Spider-Man was here. I mean, we totally took his eyes, right, from the way he does it and put it on your suit. So we were trying to kind of combine this, but loyalty to the character is loyalty to the fans, and it's always top of mind. And one more thing, as important to us as all you fans is what Stan Lee feels about it. And we have, and he loves everything he sees, and you know, when he loves something, it gives us tremendous confidence, and he listens to you guys too, as you all know it.
That's great. Hi, what's your question?
Hi, Andrew. In the last 5 movies, we've seen a lot of Spider-Man in New York City, and in the comics, we've seen a lot of him in, say, Fantastic Four, Infinity Gauntlet, Secret Wars, you know, in an ensemble cast, or with special powers like Cosmic Spider-Man. As a fan of the comic book, I was wondering what particular storyline in the comics would you like to see turned into a movie?
I'd like to see him with the Avengers.
Good thing you didn't do that.
Yeah, right? Wouldn't that be awesome? Just saying. Yeah.
We have time for one more question, and then we're all done. Hi, what's your question?
Hi, my question is for Mark and Andrew. Can you tell us stories about the first time you met with Stan Lee?
Yeah. It was like being in a room with Mickey Mouse. He's so iconic. He's so iconic, it's like he doesn't really exist. It's not actually him, you know. I don't think I was feeling his face or anything like that, but that was the feeling I wanted to be like, is it you, O creator of everything great and holy? It was profound for me. It was, and I just turned into a black hole of a person. My tongue went dry, and my heart stopped, and my stomach wasn't in my stomach anymore. I was a mess. I was a blithered mess, and he was his charming, self-effacing, incredible self. I don't know if I said anything to him apart from What about you?
Ditto.
Well said. And the guys, the script for this seems so strong, just from what we've seen. It's really impressive. Matt, you want to talk about the writers a little bit who put this together?
Yeah, you know, it's impossible to make a good movie without a good script. I mean, it's a cliche, but it's like building, you know, a house without a foundation, or like a body without a spine. You can shore it up, but eventually it just falls apart. And we all felt Spider-Man deserved a great script. Spider-Man deserves a great script. And my son is actually best friends, my son Jackson, with a kid named Jack Kurtzman. They may actually be here in Spider-Man suits somewhere. Boys, if you're out there, scream. There's one of them. And I was hanging out with my son and Jack Kurtzman and Jack Kurtzman's father, Alex Kurtzman. And it kind of occurred to me, like, it'd be great, these kids love each other so much, and it'd be great if we could turn this into something. Maybe make some money. But like, we could like turn this into a meaningful thing. And he and I looked at each other, and he was a Spider-Man fan. And I just said, Spider-Man? And he said, absolutely. And from the day we first met with Alex and Bob, his partner, and this guy, Jeff Pinkner, they had this crazy love of Spider-Man, and they wanted to do what basically you saw, which is tell this enormous story. It's funny and powerful, and we just blow shit up, but at the same time, they understand the emotion of the character and the depth of it. And so we all showed up on set for this movie, and everybody knew exactly what we were doing. And as a producer for Avi and for me, it's such a safety net when everybody shows up and knows exactly what they're doing together. So hats off to Alex Kurtzman and Bob Orsi and Jeff Pinkner. Outstanding.
Thanks so much, everyone. Help me thank these folks who came out today, the creators and the cast of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, coming to you next year. Thanks so much, guys.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Sony and Screen Gems.